press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Hello dear students, now let me continue part 15 from systems of particle and rotational motion. So up to the last part 14, we know the meaning of torque in the last classes, and we know the principle of moments and equilibrium of a rigid body. So the rigid body is said to be mechanical equilibrium. Nothing but mechanical equilibrium, nothing but it is the combination of translational equilibrium and rotational equilibrium. And we know the rigid body said to be translational equilibrium if net external force acting on the rigid body is 0. And we know the body is said to be in rotational equilibrium if net external torque acting on the body is 0. Okay. And I covered principle of moments. Of course, you know one more word called as mechanical advantage. Means a small effort is enough to lift some heavy loads. Okay, I have taken some ideal lever and finally I got F1 d1 is equal to F2 d2. That means anti-clockwise moment of force which is equal to clockwise moment of force. Moment of force nothing but torque. Okay, and we know couple nothing but two equal and unlike forces acting on a body. Okay, to set the body into rotations, and couple sets the body rotation without any translation. Okay, and we know in C, if any ideal lever, and see this is the fulcrum, no doubt the weight of this an ideal lever whose mass is m, length is l, no doubt the weight of this one will act here. This is the weight of that lever rod. Okay, or suppose if I have taken one more object like this, any rigid body whose mass is capital M, rigid body means it consists of number of particles. Okay, systems of particles or group of particles. Okay, here one particle whose mass let us consider m1, another particle m2, another particle m3, another m4, so on. Each and every particle have weight. Okay, have weight. So weight of this particle acts vertically downwards, that is m1g. Weight of this also acts downwards, m2g, m3g, and this is m4g. So weight of all the particles anyhow acts vertically downwards. And see, here at certain point the total weight of the body is supposed to be act. At certain point the total gravitational torque acting on that point is 0. At a certain point in a rigid body, the total gravitational torque acting on the body is 0. Why it is 0? These forces will equal and opposite cancel with each other. Okay, this will create one torque, this will create one torque, this will create some other torque opposite. Okay, if I take one more m4, m5, m6, 1, 2, 3 are left side. If m4, m5, m6 are right side, torque created by the left mass particles is equivalent to torque created by the right mass particles. Then what is the net gravitational torque acting at a particular point? Got my point? What is the here m1, m2, m3 I have taken. Right side you can take m4, m5, m6. Because it consists of number of particles, we cannot say it contains only only 4 particles like that. Number of particles. So at a certain point in a rigid body, let me call it as something capital G. At that point, okay, so let us take this is something m4 and m5, m6. Okay, just for understanding point of view I am writing like this now. See, these three will create some torque about G, these three will create some torque about G. What is the net torque acting on the region? On G, net gravitational torque acting on G is 0, and that point we can call it as center of gravity. Center of gravity. What is the center of gravity? The point at which total gravitational torque acting on the body is 0. The point at which total gravitational torque acting on the body is 0 called as center of gravity. Otherwise, the point at which total weight of the body is supposed to be at, or total weight of the body is concentrated, called as center of gravity. So let me repeat, the point at which total weight of the body is concentrated, called as center of gravity. Now here this is the center of gravity. Total weight of the body is supposed to be concentrated here. Here total weight of the body is supposed to be concentrated. And what is the name of that point? Center of gravity. So I define in two ways. The point at which total gravitational torque is 0 called as center of gravity. The point at which total gravitational torque acting on it is 0 called as center of gravity. Otherwise, the point at which total weight of the body is concentrated, also called as center of gravity. Anyhow, center of gravity depends on gravity. Center of gravity, mg, g is there. Center of gravity depends on acceleration due to gravity, but center of mass does not depend on acceleration due to gravity. Okay, center of gravity, in that gravity only the word is there. Center of gravity depends on acceleration due to gravity. Center of mass independent of acceleration due to gravity. Keep in mind. Okay, that does not depend, but here center of gravity will depend. Okay, and for small objects, generally center of mass, center of gravity are coincide. Okay, for very small objects, center of gravity, center of masses almost coincides. For a huge objects, for a big objects, center of mass, center of gravity does not coincide. Center of gravity always little down than that body. Center of gravity is little down than the center of mass. Okay, there will be a small gap. If center of mass is here, center of gravity will be little down because gravitational force will act downwards. Okay, so keep in mind center of gravity, center of mass coincides for small objects, does not coincides for huge objects. Okay, for rigid bodies. Now let me continue some problems based on the previous conditions only, torque, equilibrium problems. Okay, plenty of variety of models are there. I will cover some easy level of questions. At the end of the sessions, means after the completion of complete NCERT syllabus and concepts, I will cover some good level of questions. Okay, because why I am going to do at the end means maybe you are struggling with that integration parts last time. That's why let me do some tough topics at the end. Okay, yeah. So write one problem. So by using this, you try to solve the problem from NCERT. So write the problem. So I am writing the question. Okay, a meter stick is balanced. A meter stick is balanced. So write it on a knife edge. On a knife edge at its center. At its center. Okay, otherwise I will give the question in a shortcut way, but we write the question now. Okay, at its center, when two coins, each of mass 5 grams, are put one on top of other, one over the other. Okay, top of the other at 12 centimeter mark. The stick is found to be balanced at 45 centimeter, found to be balanced at 45 centimeter. Then what is the mass of the meter stick? What is the mass of the meter stick? Yeah. Read the question twice. See, I am writing question. Okay, take some time, no problem. Write it. Problem. Okay. Now see, a meter stick is balanced on a knife edge. See, this is the meter stick. Balanced on a knife edge. So this is the knife edge. Fulcrum. Okay? Fulcrum. Weight of this one, if m is the mass, weight of this one acts downwards, because target is to find out mass of the meter stick. So this is the reaction force, no need. Okay, mg. That reaction force is equivalent to mg. And next, what they given? They have put some coins on one side. They mentioned at what distance they are placing. So see the question. When two coins, each of mass 5 grams, are put one on the top of the other at 12 centimeter mark, we can place here or other side, so that this will be shifted by, it is found to be balanced at 45 centimeter. Initially, this is what, 50 centimeter. Why it is 50 centimeter? Because it is a meter scale. So initially 50 centimeter. Once they put some coins at 12 centimeter mark, let us suppose this is the coin, these are the coins, they put one over the other. Total mass 10 grams. At what distance they have put? 12 centimeter mark. So that the center of gravity, see, this is the center of gravity, it is found to be balanced at 45 centimeter. Initially meter stick balanced at 50 centimeter. Now this will be shift. Okay, this is the new position. Okay, how much this value? 45 centimeter. And how much this gap? 5 centimeter. Okay, 5 centimeter. So what is this? This is a new center of gravity. Okay, this is W. This is something W dash. What is the W dash? Next to center of gravity. What is the W dash? Second center of gravity. Why? Once they put some coins, that will be shift. Okay, this center of gravity will shift like a center of mass. Now target is to find out mass of this meter stick. Follow the question. Okay, simple question. Use this knowledge for other questions. Okay. Now see, one weight is acting here for this W dash. Okay, and weight of these coins also acts downwards. How much the weight? Tell me. 10 grams. Okay, 10 into. Okay, answer also will get in grams. 10 into G. So this is mg. 10 grams. 10 into see, G for, okay, grams. Again I want to use G. One more G. Got it? One more G is called as gravity. This G for grams. Weight of this one. Okay, let me write something m dash G. I think this is clear. M dash G. Okay, don't confuse. Directly I can write. I am worried about you only especially. M dash G. Now this is, what is m dash? 10 grams coin. 10. M dash is 10. That's it. Okay, 10 grams. Nothing but you take the number 10. Okay. Taking torque torque about W dash is 0. About this I am taking 0. About this, see, this is W dash and this is 12 centimeter. From here how much it is now? Okay, 45. How much is this value? If I take, this is how much? This is 45 and this is at what distance? 10 grams is at what distance? 45 minus 12. Okay, 45 minus 12. How much it is now? So 33. Okay, so this distance is 33. This distance is 33. This is M dash G and what is this? Mg. This is 533. Got it? So I am taking torque about this point. M dash G. Okay, this will create anti-clockwise torque. This will create clockwise torque. So taking torque about W dash is 0. So this is anti-clockwise. Anti-clockwise means positive. M dash G and this is clockwise minus Mg is equal to 0. Okay. M dash G, sorry, into distance we have to write now. Torque nothing but force into distance. How much this distance? Centimeter this is. So M dash G into 33 is equals to Mg into 5. So G gets cancelled. What is M dash? 10 grams. Okay. See, why are written equal? Minus is equal to 0. So both are same. So M dash is 10 into 33 M into 5. 5 2s are. So what is M? 66 grams. M is 66 grams. Take this. How much we are getting now? M is 66 grams. So this is 12, 45 it is balanced because I am taking about this 45, 33, M dash G into 33, Mg into 5. Okay, clear. M is equals to 66 grams. Mass of meter stick how much? 66 grams. They given some 76 but that is wrong, so you follow it. 66 grams. I think you know how to take the torque about this one. This is anti-clockwise torque. M dash G into 33 positive minus Mg into 5 negative. So is equal to 0. So I written directly equal symbol. Completed? Okay, I'll give one more question. Almost same model is there in NCERT. Yeah. Yeah, see this problem. Better you write it. Okay, same model is there in NCERT. A car weight, I am taking 2000 kg. A car weight 2000 kg. Okay, whatever may be the numbers, I am taking 2000 kg. The distance between front and back wheel, front and back axle is 2 meter. Its center of gravity, So just now we covered the meaning of center of gravity. Center of gravity is 1.2 meter behind the front axle. Behind the front axle. Find force exerted by the level ground. See, I am writing roughly, anyhow I am speaking now, so you try to understand my words. Level ground on each wheel, okay, front wheel, back wheel, all on each wheel. Front wheel, back wheel, front there are two wheels, back there are two wheels, so on each and every wheel. Read the question. So the problem based on torque, how to take the torque, okay. Let me read. A car whose weight is given 2000 kg. The distance between front and back axles is given just to 2 meter. Yeah, 2 meter is more. Okay, no problem. Its center of gravity is 1.2 meter behind the front axle. And find the force exerted by the level ground on each and every wheel. Okay, level ground on each and every wheel. So, see the car here. See, let us suppose this is the car. Okay, you draw correctly. Yeah, feel this is the car. Whose mass is given? Whose mass 2000 kg. Let us suppose the car is moving on a road. This is the front axle, okay, because the car is moving this side. Car is moving, I am taking this side. Front axle and back axle. They given center of gravity. Center of gravity is 1.2 meter behind the front wheel. So, I am taking here. Total gap is given 2 meter. Front and back is given 2 meter. And this is center of gravity, CG. Okay, let me take G. G for gravity, center of gravity. From the front wheel, how much? 1.2 meter. From the back, from the back, 0.8 meter. From the back. Got it? 0.8 meters. Clear? Now see, there will be a reaction force at the front wheel. Okay, that is I am taking R1. And one more, other side wheel is there. This is for us. One more is inside wheel. Okay, so let me take 2. Why I am taking 2? There are 2 wheels. Okay, so 2R1. Got it? Back also there are 2 wheels. Okay, one is for first side wheel, other one is other side wheel. 2 times of R2. 2 times of R2. And this is the gravity. Weight of the body acts downwards. Okay, this is the diagram. What is our target? We have to find R1 value, R2 value. Why I written 2R1, 2R2? 2R1 nothing but 2 wheels front and 2 wheels back. Okay. Okay. Now target is to find out R1, R2. So in translational equilibrium, upward force balanced by downward force. Otherwise, sum of net forces is equivalent to 0. How many forces? Above is 2R1, 2R2. That is balanced by weight of the car. So, for translational equilibrium, taking translational equilibrium, upward forces 2R1 plus 2R2 balanced by mg. Then 2 r1 plus r2 m, how much m? 2000 into g 10. So 2 cancel. R1 plus R2 is 10,000. Okay, 10,000 Newton, because R1 R2 are the forces. Okay, 1000 into 10 got R1 R2. Take this as a equation number 1. Now target is to find out R1 R2. So take the torque about G is 0, means for rotational equilibrium taking tau about G is 0. Torque about the gravity I am taking 0. Torque about the gravity, only this one. So torque about the gravity means, see, this is the gravity. Okay, mg, and here 2r1, 2r2, this gap is 1.2, this is 0.8. Now I am taking torque about this. So this 2r1 will create a torque in this direction, this will create a torque in this direction. So one is positive, other one is negative. Okay, if one is clockwise, other one is anti-clockwise. So taking net torque about G is 0. Taking torque about G is 0. Coming to the 2r1. 2r1 will create a torque in clockwise. At what distance from G? 1.2. This mg does not create a torque because hinge, you know that. So 2r1 into 1.2, and see, I am writing minus. Why I am writing minus? Clockwise, I think you know, r cross f, and coming to this anti-clockwise, plus 0 plus 2r2 0.8 is equal to 0, nothing but minus is there. So we can write 2r1 into 1.2 is equals to 2r2 is into 0.8 to 2. Okay, point gets cancelled. R1 by R2, okay, which is equivalent to 12 by 8, nothing but 3 by 2. So I got R1 by R2 is 3 by 2. R1 by R2 is 3 by 2. So we can write R1 is equals to 3 by 2 R2. Solve equation 1 and 2, you will get R1 R2. I think you know how to take the torque, practice number of times. Okay, because I am spending lot of time, you try to understand. So clockwise, anti-clockwise, you know how to identify the direction. R cross F rule, cross product rule. Okay, this is R, body is moving up, so R cross F, inside, clock, R cross F. Otherwise we can expect. Okay, substitute 2 in 1. Substitute 2 in 1. What is 1? R1 plus R2 is 10,000. And what is R1? 3 by 2 R1, R2, 1. So this is 5 R2 by 2. Okay, 5, this is 2 is 2000. So R2 I got 4000. Check the answer. R2 is 4000. R1 is equals to 3 by 2 R2. 3 by 2 4000. This is 2000, 6000. Check the calculations. One answer I got 4000, another answer I got 6000. What is this? What is this R2 and R1? Tell me. R1 is the reaction force on front wheel. R2 is the reaction force on back wheel. And I got single R1, single R2 means R1, R2 means, see, if I got 2 R1, that is the net reaction force on front 2 wheels. 2 R2, net reaction force on back 2 wheels. What is this single R1, single R2? Single R1, single R2, nothing but each wheel. Now, each front wheel reaction is 6000 Newton. Each back wheel reaction is 4000 Newton. Okay. simple translational equilibrium one equation, rotational equilibrium one equation, and solve the two equations, you will get the answer. Okay, same question is there in NCERT, maybe data may be same or may not be same. Some good questions are there, ladder questions. We will try one more question, ladder problem. Completed? Yeah, let me continue one ladder problem. So, ladder problems are most important for entrance point of view. So, let me write the question. A uniform ladder of mass 10 kg, again I am taking the question from the book, that is better. If I take direct values, maybe we may get different answers. So, anyhow, a uniform, so write down question first, a uniform ladder of mass 10 kg leans against a smooth vertical wall making, okay, I can write direct as shown in figure, but write on the question, making an angle 53 degrees with it. 53 degrees with it. The other end rests on rough horizontal floor. Find normal force, find the normal force and frictional force that the floor exert on the ladder. Yeah, this is the question. So question will take some time, but anyhow you are writing the question, so it will help, so that we can understand what they given. That's why I am writing now. A uniform ladder of mass 10 kg leans against a smooth vertical wall by making an angle 53 degrees with it. The other end is rests on horizontal floor. They given rough. Okay, rough horizontal floor means definitely there will be a coefficient of friction. And find the normal force and frictional force that the floor exert on the ladder. Okay, see the diagram. See. See the surface they mentioned already, rough. This is smooth. Smooth means no friction, mu is 0. Okay, and the ladder is placed like this. Yeah, draw the diagram. See how much this value? They mentioned 53 with it, with the vertical, and this is rough. Ladder of length is given. Uniform ladder of mass 10 kg, mass is given. So, length is not given, so then you can take length L. Mass 10 kg, length something L, nothing is given means L. Yeah, this is the problem. What is our target? Normal reaction force exerted by the floor on the ladder, frictional force. Okay, frictional force and normal reaction force exerted by the floor on the ladder. Observe here, see this is the contact surface. This is the contact surface. So, there will be a force acts from the contact surface. That force we can call it as normal reaction force, which always acts perpendicular to the contact surface. So, let us take this force is something N1. N1 is the normal reaction force. N1 is the normal reaction force. And here, this is the contact surface. See, this is the contact surface, and let me write N2 is the normal reaction force. What are N1 and N2? Normal reaction forces exerted by this surface on ladder, exerted by the rough surface on ladder. So, this is our target. We need to find normal reaction forces. Okay, got N1, N2. Target is to find out N1 value, N2 value. And ladder weight will act vertically downwards. See, center of gravity. This is the center of gravity, G. Weight of the ladder acts vertically downwards. Now let me extend downwards like this. Okay, this is mg. Got it? And how much this one? L by 2. If total length is L, what is this value? L by 2. Got this? L by 2. Clear? And see, this is placed on smooth vertical wall. So, this ladder will come down. Because of the weight, it will come down. Means this ladder will shift to the back. If the ladder shifts back, tell me which side the frictional force will act at the bottom. Is the frictional force will act other side or in this side? Tell me. Okay, on board, left, right. Definitely the frictional force is right. Why? Because ladder will move left. Ladder is moving left side. Then this side is frictional force is acting, because they given this is rough surface. So, F is acting in this direction. Here if they given this is also rough surface. If this is also rough surface, right now smooth is given, then there is no frictional force. If this is also rough surface, this ladder will move down, frictional force will act up. Ladder is moving down, this is moving down because of the weight, own weight. So, okay, if sufficient friction is there, this will move down. Okay, for certain friction maybe it may rest. Okay, that we don't know based on the friction value. Right now smooth surface, no, then no friction. Okay, F. So, at this point, how many forces are acting? Normal reaction and frictional force. Okay, let us take this is something point A. Okay, point A, this is B. This is something C, whatever may be the name. A, B, C. So, take the translational equilibrium condition, you will get one equation. Rotational equilibrium condition, we will get another equation. So, taking translational equilibrium, for translational equilibrium, upward force balanced by downward force. Tell me how many upward forces? Upward, only upward. Upward balanced by downward, left side forces balanced by right side forces. Left side only N2. This is unbalanced, so leave it. Only upward, N1 balanced by mg. Got it? N1 up, mg down. Net force is 0. Net force nothing but N1 minus mg is equal to 0. Now I am balancing. N1 is mg. So what is m? 10. M is 10. Okay, mass of the ladder 10 kg. 10. So 10 into g 10. So how much now N1? 100 Newton. How much I am getting N1? 100 Newton. N2 still we don't know. N1 complete answer. So how much N1? 100 Newton. Okay. Now take the rotational equilibrium condition. taking rotational equilibrium condition, nothing but torque. Taking torque about any point is 0, about any point. You can take torque about B, torque about A, torque about G also, no problem. Okay, torque about any point. Better, my suggestion is, at what point maximum number of forces are acting, observe my words, at what point maximum number of forces are acting, you take the torque at that point. Why? Because due to all that maximum forces, the torque is 0. Indirectly the force is acting at the hinge, so the torque at the hinge is 0. See here, how many forces are acting? F, N. Here only one, here only one. So better you can go for the A. Taking torque about A is 0. Got my point? Taking torque about A is 0. This is 53. How much this value? 37. 53, 37. Okay. Use simple geometry. You know triangle, 37 triangle. This is 37, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Taking torque about A is 0. So due to this, there is no torque because it is acting at the hinge. Due to frictional force, no torque. Yeah, one thing I forgot. N1 balanced by mg, clear. N2 balanced by F. See, left side is N2, right side is F is there. We forgot this F. F is the right side. So N1 clear. N2 balanced by F. Okay. I am taking torque about A is 0. Torque about A is 0. This one. This does not create any torque. This does not create any torque. This mg, yes, it will create a torque. What is the perpendicular distance from mg to the A? Perpendicular distance from mg to the A. This distance. Tell me this distance how much? L by 2. This is L by 2. What is this? L by 2 cos 37. Shall I write this is L by 2 cos 37? Got it? mg L by 2 cos 37. Okay. mg L by 2 cos 37. Tell me whether this will create clockwise torque, anti-clockwise torque. See, this one will create, see, this distance. If I hold my hand, this is the distance, and which side the force is acting? Downwards. But you have to place your hand at this point, like this. RF, and thumb is inside. See, this will create a torque in clockwise. This mg create a torque about A in clockwise. Clockwise means minus mg L by 2 cos 37. mg completed. Okay. Coming to the mg completed, N1 no use, F no use, and one more force N2, just you extend it. N2 is acting like this, and about this point A, at what distance? This is N2, and this is the perpendicular distance. Tell me how much this distance? How much the distance from A? This is L. Complete is L. Okay, later questions are not easy. Okay, I am taking very easy question. Next one is good question now. L. This is what? Complete L cos 37. Complete is L cos 37. Midpoint is L by 2 cos 37. What is this value? This is L cos 37, and this height is L sin 37. Divide the components. L cos 37, L sin 37. From here to here what? L sin 37. See, for this force about A, N2 L sin 37. And decide whether it is clockwise, anti-clockwise. Tell me. See, this is the distance from A. This is R. Force is right side, in this side. R cross F towards you means positive plus N2 L sin 37 is equal to 0. Okay. Observe carefully, practice at least twice, first PU student especially. Okay. Then equate these two. mg L by 2 cos 37, which is equivalent to N2 L sin 37. L gets cancelled. m does not cancel. Cos 37, mg 1 by 2, cos 37 4 by 5, n2 sin 37 3 by 5. So 5 gets cancelled. n2 which is equivalent to 2, 4, this is 2 the 2 mg by 3. Is it clear? 2 mg by 3, downside mg, yeah, 2 mg by 3. So n2 is 2 m, how much? 10 g 10 by 3. So how much the value? 200 by 3 Newton. This is n2. How much n1? 100 Newton. How much n2? 200 by 3 Newton. 200 by 3 Newton. Then what is F? From this is 1. From 1, n2 is equal to what? F. Therefore, F is equals to 200 by 3 Newton. So frictional force also completed. What are the answers? 200 by 3 Newtons. Okay. So observe carefully here how I am taking torque. I am taking torque about A because here two forces are there. I am taking torque here, and this will create a torque at this point. Okay, this force will extend. Okay, you extend the direction of the force, and this is R, F outward, and this will create a torque about A. Okay, so ladder problems are most important for JEE and other exams. Okay, practice this thing. Anyhow, I am spending huge time. Try to understand. N2 create a torque about A, mg create a torque about A. I think you know how to identify the direction. Okay. Otherwise, at least you try to expect it. This will create a torque in this direction. Okay. See which side point is there? A point is there, right side. Move it clockwise. Just you see. If you are confusing with R cross F, see mg is acting like this or not? Which side A is there? Right side up. Move it clockwise. Clockwise. Coming to the n2. N2. See n2, this is the direction of n2. Which side A is there? Downside. Move it. What is this direction? What is this direction? Anti-clockwise. This one is clock. Okay, clock. Negative. N2. Anti-clock. Okay. You create your own way and try to get the correct answer. Okay. R cross F. Decide correctly. Vector product. I will give one more question. So one more ladder is there, but you try to solve from other things. I will do some different one. Completed? Let me rub. What's the time exactly? Okay, let me do fast. Yeah, we'll try to write next one. Within 10 minutes I will try to finish. A ladder shown in figure. So let me write question in shortcut way. Find, yeah, no, we have to write the ladder shown in figure. Shown in figure has negligible mass. Has negligible mass and rests on frictionless floor. Okay, floor. The crossbar connects the two legs. Connects the two legs. Okay, two legs. Find the contact force. Find the contact force exerted by the floor. Exerted by the floor on each leg. And tension in the crossbar. Tension in the crossbar. So I am going to draw the diagram. Question still it is lengthy, but I am reducing now. Okay, by observing the diagram we can understand what they given. So let me draw the diagram. So this diagram will give the complete data. That's why I have added some words here. This is the question. So generally we use to fit some bulb and lights, we use some ladder like this V-shaped ladder. So this is the V-shaped ladder. On this person of mass 80 kg is there. So let me read the question in a shortcut way. The ladder shown in figure. So this is the diagram. Has negligible mass and this is rests on frictionless floor. The crossbar connects the two legs. This crossbar connects the two legs. Okay. Find the contact force exerted by the floor on each leg. This leg, and tension in the crossbar. Some tension in the crossbar. The ladder will stretches if any person will sitting on the ladder. Okay. Some stretching force developed in the ladder. That stretching force developed in the ladder nothing but tension. Okay. See, this is the problem. Target is to find out how much the tension in the ladder, okay, in each leg. This is one leg, this is one leg. How much the tension, in what side the tension will be there, and normal reaction force. So anyhow, weight of this person will act. Okay, mass of the ladder is not given, so no need to worry. Weight of this person act downward. Okay, let me draw little extension. mg. Weight of the ladder acts vertically downwards. Clear? Here there will be a contact. So some normal reaction force will act in this direction. Let us take N1. Here there will be a contact. One more normal reaction force will act. N2. N1, N2 are the normal reaction forces exerted by the floor on legs. Two legs. This is one leg, this is one leg. Okay, downside is the floor you feel. Okay, this is one leg, this is another leg. Downside is floor. N1, N2 are the normal reaction forces. Okay. So balance the upward force and the downward force for translational equilibrium. For translational equilibrium. Net force, upward force N1 and N2. N1, N2 are upwards. That is balanced by weight of the man. And if ladder weight is given, plus ladder weight. But ladder weight is not given. Why? Because ladder mass is not given. So no need to write. This is mg. How much is the mass of the person? N1 plus N2, which is equivalent to mg 80 into 10. And see here, this is equilateral triangle. If this is 60, this is also 60. N1, N2 are same. N1, N2. Normal force exerted by the floor on each leg is same. Equilateral triangle, each leg is same. So this is N1 plus N2 nothing but N plus N, which is equal to 800. N is equals to 400 Newton. Normal reaction force, N is equals to 400 Newton. This is Newton, this is normal reaction force. So I got N. What is N? Normal reaction force exerted by the floor on each leg. On each leg how much? 400 Newton. Okay. What is the next target? What they are asking? Tension. Tension in this ladder. Once the person, see, weight of the person will act downwards. So this will be stretches. That means there will be tension here in this direction. This is the tension. I think you know the direction of the tension, which always acts away from the body with respect to that body. You learn from laws of motion. So this is the direction of the tension. Okay. N1 is equal to N, and tension, here this is the tension. Yeah. See, this is up to here how much? 1 meter. And the next also 1 meter. Tension. Okay. Now target is to find that value T. How much this height? 1 meter. This height also 1 meter. Now we have to find this T. Okay. Here W is the weight of the person. Okay. Let us suppose, let me give something A. A. This is the A. This is B. This is C. Now take the torque about A or B or C. You can take the torque at any point. Let me take torque about A is 0. Taking torque about A is equal to 0. Why I am taking torque about A? At A, weight of the body is acting, so this does not create a torque. So about this, torque is not there. And see, let me draw a diagram. A, this is A. Okay. And at this distance, how much this distance from A? 1 meter. 1 meter. So this tension create a torque about A. T into 1. T into 1. Tell me, anti-clockwise. So T into 1 meter and T into 1. Okay, I am taking torque about this point. T into 1. And see the normal reaction force. You can take left side or right side. Any one side you can take. Okay, one side is enough. And see this one, N. N at what distance? How much this distance? This distance, how much this one? Let us suppose something X. This is not given. Don't expect as a 1 downside. Yeah, coming to this now. X. How much this height? 2 meter. This height is 2 meter. This is 2. This is 2 means this is also 2. Okay. And don't expect these are equal. So this is X. Let me draw from this one. Tan 60. Can anyone? Tan 60. So tan 60, which is equivalent to 2 by X. Therefore, what is X? X is equals to 2 tan 60. So X is the perfect distance for this N. For this N, so N is there like this. See, for this N, it will create a torque in clockwise. So I am using minus sign. N into X, which is equal to 0. So T is equals to N X. T is equal to N. How much N? N we got it as 400. X 2 tan 60. 2 tan 60. Okay. So this is how much? 400 to tan 60. So I am getting root 2 by 3. By X. See, sorry, X is, sorry, check the calculation. I did wrong. What is this? Tan 60 is 2 by X. What is X? X is equals to 2 by tan 60. So x is equals to 2 by tan 60, so 402 by root 3. Check it. So I am getting 400 into root 2 by root 3. How much they given? 400 into 2 by root 3. Yeah. Okay. Tension is 400. Tan 60 is root 3. Sin 60 root 3 by 2. Cos 60 1 by 2. 2 to cancel root 3. Okay. So see here, tension about A is E into 1, and this one N will create clockwise start, N into X. X I calculated from this diagram. Tan 60 is equals to 2 by X. 2 by X. X is equals to 2 by tan 60. 2 by tan 60. Then T is equal to Nx. N value 400. 2 by tan 60. 2 by root 3. So answer is 800 by root 3 Newton. So this is the problem. Okay. So try to apply this method to solve some other questions from any type of textbook. Okay. Applying torque is not easy. Practice number of times. Okay. I can apply fast, but I am worried about you only especially. Okay. Because of you, I am confusing with some calculation mistake. Okay. Otherwise, I can solve directly fast. Calculations you check it. Maybe sometimes 2 by 3, 3 by 2. That calculations you check it, because you know tan 60, sin 60, cos 60, all the values you know. Okay, you verify calculations. Here try to understand how I am extending the problem.